Hello everyone. Welcome to the last video of quadratic equation chapter for class 10th. Today we will learn about nature of the roots. Like what do you mean why the discriminant formula is so important? In the previous video, children, we already know that d is equal to b square minus 4ac is known as the discriminant. So why is this so important? Using discriminant, we come to know about the nature of the roots, like how many zeros are there. Is it real? Is it imaginary? Or there are no zeros at all? Are the zeros equal? Are the zeros unequal? So how will you come to know? Have a look here. We already know that if we arrange a quadratic equation in the standard form, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, the way I've taught you in the previous videos, x square, coefficient of x square is said to be a, coefficient of x is said to be b, which should be only single terms, and then the constant term is c. Find the value of d, which is b square minus 4ac. Once we get the value of d, if d is greater than 0, if d is coming out to be positive, then we say that there are two real and distinct roots. Distinct word is again same for different, two different roots or zeros maybe. If the value of d is coming out to be 0, then we will have equal roots. Again, how will we have equal roots? It is quite clear from the quadratic formula. Quadratic formula says x is equal to minus b plus root d upon 2a is one root, and the other root is minus b minus root d upon 2a. So consider d is 0. That means both the roots will be minus b upon 2a only. Right, children? So that is why we say that the roots are equal. Now, if d is less than 0, that means if d is negative, then there are no real roots, or we say imaginary roots, which you will learn how to calculate, how to find it out in your class 11th. Now, this is a very important instruction which you have to remember. If it is given that the roots are real, that means it can be either distinct or equal. So we will say that in this case, if our equation have real roots, then d will be greater than equal to 0. Let's continue the exercise. Exercise 4.4. So in the first question, you see that it is already in a standard quadratic equation. So a is 2 children, b is minus 3 and c is 5, right? So if we try and calculate the value of capital D, that is the discriminant, using the formula b square minus 4ac, so which is minus 3 whole square minus 4 into a into c. So let's calculate. So this is 3 square 9 minus 4 2s are 8, 8 5s are 40. So this is going to give us a negative answer. Negative answer means roots, or maybe you can calculate minus 31. So D is less than 0 children. So therefore no real roots. And if there are no real roots, I told you this quadratic equation cannot be solved by either factorization method or by the quadratic formula method, right children? Middle term splitting or by quadratic formula. Now similarly, let's talk about the second question. In the second question, again a is 3 since it is already in the standard form, b is minus 4 root 3 and c is 4. Now again we calculate d, which is b square minus 4 into ac. B square is minus 4 root 3 whole square minus 4 into a into c. So this will give you what, children? Again check. It will give you 4 square into root 3 square is 3 minus again 4 square into 3. So it is 0. When d is 0, that means roots are equal. Real and equal, basically. Real and equal. So I have already told you x in this case will be minus b upon 2a, since plus minus under root d will not make any difference since d is 0. So we have our answer 4 root 3 upon 2 into 3. Right children? So 4 root 3 upon 3 2s are 6. So both the values of x are same. So the roots are equal in question number 2. Similarly, if we talk about question number 3, part 3, children, again A is 2, B is -6 and C is 3. Again, let's find out D, which is B square minus 4AC, which is -6 whole square minus 4 into A into C. Again, let's find it out. 6 square is 36, minus 4 2s are 8 and 8 3s are 24, right children? Subtract. So 6 minus 4 is 2 and this is 12. So D is 12. So in this case, roots are x minus b plus root d upon 2a. So this is minus of -6 plus root 12 upon 2 into a, right? So this is 6 plus now 12 root 12. You can simplify it, right? You can factorize it. So 2 6 are 12, 2 3s are. So if I take the pair out of the square root, it can be written as 2 root 3 children upon 4. We can cancel 2 and take 2 common from the numerator. So 3 plus root 3 upon 4. So this gets cancelled. It will be here. Now similarly, the next root, the other root will be in place of plus, we will have minus children. Right? In place of this plus, we will have a minus sign, right? So that is your second answer. So this is all about how to find the nature of the root. If D is positive, the roots are real and unequal, okay? Now, how to go about the next question? Question number 2, first part. Again, it is a standard quadratic equation. A is 2, B is k and C is 3. Again, it is given that the equation have equal roots. So equal roots. Again, equal roots means, children, you already know the drill. D is equal to 0. That is discriminant is 0. That means B square minus 4AC is 0. Put the value k square minus 4 into A into C equals to 0. So k square is equal to 4 2s are 8 and 8 3s are again 24, right? So k is under root 24, children. Now again, a very important mistake which most of the people make. When we factorize 24 to 12 to 6 and then 2 and 3. So this comes out, so 2 root 6. So since it is k square, children, so it will be written as plus minus. So you have to remember this and not make this mistake. Whenever k square is given, that means the value of k will be plus minus of that thing, right? Now, again, a very important thing which I want you to make a note of. The second question, it is not a perfect quadratic equation, children, right? So first of all, we will simplify it. We will just open the bracket. K into x is x square minus 2kx plus 6 is equal to 0. Now we will identify. Coefficient of x square is a, coefficient of x is b, and coefficient of constant term is said to be c. Again, let's calculate. It is given that d is 0. That means b square minus 4ac is 0. B square is minus 2k whole square minus 4 into a into c equals to 0. Let's multiply. This is 4k square minus, okay, let me write it like this only. I will tell you why I am writing like this. Can I take 4k common since I already have to factorize? So 4k can be taken common. So answer is, inside it is left as k minus 6, children. So 4k equals to 0 is one factor and k minus 6 equal to 0 is another factor. So k is equal to 6 and k is equal to 0. Obviously k is equal to 0 is not possible, children, because if I'll put k is equal to 0, we will get 6 is equal to 0, which is not possible, right? And anyways, the quadratic equation won't exist. So this is one thing. So the value of k is 6, which will satisfy this, right? So this is your second part. Again, for the word problems. Again, it is not that much of problem. If we want to solve question number 3, children, again 3, is it possible? Is it possible का मतलब है you just have to check कि d is greater than equal to 0 है कि नहीं. अगर d greater than equal to 0 है तो yes, it is possible and you can find x, right? I mean, whatever is the length and the breadth. Again, the question is same the way we did word problems in the previous videos. Is it possible to design a rectangular mango groove whose length is twice the breadth? So length is twice the breadth, children. So can I say let breadth is equal to x meters? Since the unit are meter, I told you units are very, very important. So length will be 2x meters, right? So now it is given, according to the question, it is given that the area is 800. So we know x into 2x is equal to 800. Area of a, what is the figure like? It is a rectangle. So length into breadth. So that is how we got the equation, right? Length into breadth is equal to 800. So, right? So we get x square is equal to 400. 2 goes that side. So x is plus minus 200. Now again, you have to put a plus minus, but since we are only talking about length, children, so length can never be negative. So we will neglect x is equal to minus 200 meters won't be possible. So x is 200, that means breadth is 200, whereas length is 2x, that is 400. So you have to remember this, children. Units are very important. Half marks are for the unit, and obviously you have to find both the things, the breadth as well as the length, which is asked in the question. Again, age questions, again you have to remember. Again, is the situation possible? Is the situation possible means again you have to calculate d and check whether it is greater than equal to 0. The sum of ages of two friends is 20 years. So let present age of, there are two friends, right? Friend 1, if I take it as x years, children, so is it understood that the second friend's age will be 20 minus x, right? So these are the present ages. Now the question says 4 years ago. 4 years ago. So what will happen to friend 1 age? It will be x minus 4 years. And similarly, friend 2 age, the second friend's age, will be 20 minus x minus 4, right? Which is 16 minus x years. Now, what is the equation given? 4 years ago, the product of their ages, that means x minus 4 into 16 minus x is equal to 48. Now you can open the bracket and check, right? You will first form a standard quadratic equation, and after getting a standard quadratic equation, you will check whether d is greater than equal to 0. You can solve it on your own now. Standard means ये 48 उस साइड चला जाएगा. Okay, equal to 0 आना चाहिए. X square का single term, x का single term और constant, right? The last question of the exercise of the chapter basically. Is it possible to design, again, is it possible means d should be greater than equal to 0, that you have to check. The perimeter of the rectangular park. So rectangle hai. So can I say twice of rectangle ka perimeter, twice of length plus breadth. This is the formula which you have studied. So length plus breadth is equal to 80 by 2, which is 40 meters. Again, we have not been given anything. So let length be x meters. So it is understood breadth will be 40 minus x meters, children. Now, what is given? Area. So according to the question, area is 400. So that is length into breadth is 400. Again, x into 40 minus x is equal to 400. Again, just open the bracket, take 400 that side. It is always important, not how will you come to know from where you should equate it equal to 0. The coefficient of x square should always be positive, children. So in place of moving 400 this side, we will move all the other terms that side. So x square minus 40x plus 400 is equal to 0. And now you can check whether you will be able to get D greater than equal to 0 or not. That is all for quadratic equation chapter, children. And obviously there are some more tricks of the trade which is left, and some hot questions which are left, which I will cover it after the syllabus gets over. That is my special series coming up after the completion of your term 2 syllabus. So stay tuned for the more videos. Thank you.